Welcome to the Washington Stormwater Center's video series on the science of stormwater. Today's topic, vehicle pollution. We all know that vehicles can cause air pollution, but did you know they can also pollute water? Leaking vehicles are especially problematic. Motor oil, transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and other vehicle fluids can get washed from roadways into the nearest water bodies. Scientists and staff at WSU and NOAA are looking at the impacts of these pollutants on aquatic life.
We know that the water that comes off of our roads and ends up in small streams, for example, that it's toxic. In particular, coho salmon, when they come back in the fall to spawn, the water that comes off of our roads ends up killing them, actually, at really high numbers. So there are lots of ways you can approach that problem. We know that the mixture of chemicals that makes up this runoff is really complicated. Quite frankly, we don't know what most of those chemicals even are. So where are they coming from, though? Where are these chemicals coming from? They're coming from our vehicles for the most part, right? So that's the approach that we took with this study is maybe we don't need to know what all of the individual chemicals in this big mixture are if we can identify the source of the toxicity. So we're looking at, for example, dusts, things that are coming off of our tires. Tire dust, brake dust, the dust particles that come out with our vehicle exhaust and then fall to the street and get washed off. And then we're looking at a variety of what we're calling leaks, so fluids that come off of vehicles. We have windshield washer fluids, used motor oil, things that drip and leak out of our cars, transmission fluid, brake fluid. And the first step is looking at which of those is the most toxic to aquatic animals. And then the next step is what contribution do each of those sources make to the actual mixture. So, for example, so far we've seen that the most toxic component of that stormwater mixture to the hearts of fish is actually used motor oil. But what we don't know yet is what percent of the actual mixture of stormwater runoff is used motor oil. If we're able to find that one of these sources contributes most of the toxicity that we're seeing, maybe it's one of the fluids or the leaks, we can use a green chemistry approach, work with the manufacturers for that product, and hopefully identify which particular chemicals in that mixture are causing the problem, and hopefully reformulate it so that it doesn't contain those particular chemicals.
While scientists are looking at the chemistry behind vehicle pollutants, you can be a part of the solution. For help making sure your car isn't leaking toxic fluids, check out the Don't Drip and Drive program presented by Puget Sound Starts Here. You can find that information at fixcarleaks.org. For more information on this science research study and others being conducted by WSU and the Puget Sound Stormwater Science Team, go to our website at wastormwatercenter.org.